we're not alone. They are here with us all the time, just waiting for us to open up to them. They are the most natural healers on the planet, and they want to help us. We are Mother Nature, and we've just lost that connection.
We are back in action. Rich is in the house again. So right now we are in Boulder, Colorado. We're driving up into the mountains, and today we're going to visit a very interesting community. This is a community I first heard about through my friends at Yes Theory, who went to Italy and made a video about this place called Damanhur. I found out that Damanhur actually has a center in Boulder, and there is a community living here up in the mountains, and they're into all sorts of magic and metaphysics and occult practices. It's a very interesting community. What we're going to be focusing on today is something that they developed called Music of the Plants. They built a device that you can hook up to plants. This community, they are all about communicating and talking with nature and plants, and so this device allows them a way to communicate with these plants. Oh, here it is. Wow, we are really surrounded by mountains. Oh my god, there are turkeys. There's a whole fleet of them. Look. Okay, I'm leaving. Ah, the turkeys are ganging up on me because I was filming them. That was scary. Hi.
May I give you a hug?
Yes, sure. Hi. Good to meet you.
Oh, you see the turkeys?
Oh, yeah. I went over to film them and then they came at me really fast.
Territorial.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Rich, Fred of Skies.
Rich, I have met you before.
Really?
Yeah.
When was this?
We'll figure it out.
Hi.
Hi, Sky. I'm
Good to
Teresa.
see you.
I'm Henry.
How many people live here?
4.
Okay, beautiful. The music right now is coming from plants.
Yes, it is the plants that you're hearing playing that beautiful music in the background.
It sounds so enchanting. I love it. What is this chair? Is it a massage chair?
Massage chair, yeah.
I'll definitely have to get in here a little bit. This is awesome. So beautiful. My intention for this video is that we channel what the plants want to say to the audience, and we'll see what comes through.
That's been my intent too.
Wow, look at how aligned we are. This
are.
is amazing. I
Yes.
love it. Let's go outside.
Here we go. So our center is based in a house, about 3.5 acres, up in the mountains.
Why did Damanhur set up a center here in Boulder?
Boulder is a mecca. There is a spiritual vortex. Magic comes from that. This is a magical place. This is where we do our rituals. So we're going to show you our ritual circle. But before, we want to first show you how we greet a tree. So I'll greet and then we'll welcome you to greet.
Okay.
I'm connecting my energy to the trees and nature.
So this is the main tree.
This is our greeting tree.
Greeting tree.
Yeah, to say thank you for the plant world, all that we receive, and to honor and respect the trees as the living beings that they are. The beauty of the Music of the Plants device is that it reactivates, I think, that part of us, that knowing of, yes, nature is alive, it's conscious, and we're part of it.
And it wants to communicate with us.
Absolutely. I think nature is thrilled that there is a piece of technology that lets plants speak to us. So we're going to take you down. We have a technology, a magical way that we connect to spirals. When you walk the spiral, you are aligning all your own energy centers and you're connecting to spirals all over this planet. There are hundreds of spirals around the world. They're all connected. We have 8 spirals in Colorado.
Why a spiral?
That is the energetic signature of nature in everything, in shells, in flowers, in our bodies. When you enter, there may be something, some knowledge that you're seeking, something you're requesting. So go in with that. When you come to the center, you'll stand, allow everything to arrive, and then you'll integrate on your way back out. I'll go first, and then I welcome you. And my intent is to be present in you and to be of service to humanity. feel?
Very present. It's just a walking meditation, really.
It is.
It would be cool to do that barefoot.
Oh yeah, we do. It's like earthing. We keep a notebook.
Okay.
And then any reflections or experience. So here you go.
Okay. I felt present, trusting, grateful, and curious.
Our goal is to be as awake as possible with all our senses.
What does that mean? Awake.
Present, to be of service, to bring the very best through. Positivity and love. We do magic.
Oh wow. Is this a pentagram? It is. What do you do during your rituals?
We do a number of things. We honor the elements. We're also honoring the masculine and the feminine. And we're entering the circle. We're in silence during this ritual. We also have sacred dancers. We'll have music. We'll have a gong. The purpose of the ritual is to acknowledge specific times of the year as well as connecting with the divine forces. We want to try to make contact with those divine forces.
We have this bigger mission. We're really here to help this planet and people.
I would love to go and see what the plants want to say.
Great.
Okay.
Here we go.
My name's Teresa Helgeson, and they call me the Plant Music Whisperer. I've been working with the plants since 2007, and in particular with the music of the plants equipment.
And how did you find this?
I was spiritually guided to go on a journey to the Federation of Damanhur in 2007. And while I was there, I was introduced to the music of the plants in the sacred forest. And at that time, there were people living in tree houses. They were doing experiments with plants. They'd lived in the forest in harmony with the forest for a long time, which is what their intent was. And they weren't disturbing its ecology, so then they wanted to discover how plants could better communicate with us and how we could better communicate with nature. So they took biofeedback technology and adapted it to measure the electrical resistance of vegetable tissue, meaning plants. In 2007, we went into the center of the forest, stopped at a grove of birch trees. This birch tree started playing music, and it was like very deep and baritone and powerful and really majestic, just like a tree standing tall. And I went on an out-of-body experience, had my first vision just by listening to the music that beautiful birch tree was playing. During that period, I saw this movie play out before me in my vision. At the same time, I hear this voice say, "This is what you're going to do with the plant music." I still get emotional talking about it because it was like the divine, God, spirit, whatever you want to call that, greater power, told me why I'm here. And so that's why I'm doing the plant music. And the plants have guided this journey the whole time, because I was not a researcher. I was in the corporate world, and then this happened. And everything changed after that. But when I came home, I had to have the equipment with me because that was so profound. It was life-changing for me. So I went to the people in Damanhur who make the equipment, and I said, I need the equipment. I have to take it back to the US before my trip ends. So I come back to the US thinking, oh, right, I'll hook it up to my plants and it'll work. And my plants didn't sing. And after about a month, I was meditating in my backyard. And in my meditation, I saw this vision of this beautiful leaf, a dark green like this. I heard this voice say, I'm the plant that's going to teach you how to do the plant music. And then poof, it was gone. 3 days later, I was at my favorite nursery and came around the corner, and there's a whole table full of those plants that had that leaf. And I grabbed each one of them and, are you the plant that came to me in my meditation? Are you the one that's going to teach me? And I got a response and took it home and I meditated with it. It told me its name. Its name was Pixie, and it was going to teach me everything I needed to know about plant music. And so in 2007, ever since then, Pixie and I've kind of been on this journey. That was in 2014, and I've been researching the healing effects of the plant music ever since.
Were you sober for that experience?
Totally.
In a society that's conditioned us to not connect with nature, it's hard to wrap your head around. So do you have people who are extremely skeptical of this?
Oh, always, and I welcome it.
I feel like humans have such an ego that we think like we're the most powerful, the most intelligent, when all these other species have completely unique ways of communicating with each other. So you research the songs of the plants. Can you explain this scientifically, like what's happening and what is this device?
In this little cell phone size box is a biofeedback system that when you place this grounding wire in the soil, it's going to pick up the electrical frequency from the root system. And when you place this electrode on the leaf, it's going to pick up the electrical frequency from the canopy of the plant. When the biofeedback system picks up the complete electrical frequency from the plant, it translates that signal into sound using a synthesizer that's built into this. So then when it translates the signal from the plant into sound with the synthesizer. Then it sends that sound back to the plant, and the plant manipulates it. So in essence, this becomes a musical instrument, and this becomes the musician.
Is it always sounding the same?
Different families of plants resonate with different timbres of sound. A tree will play lower notes easier than a little house plant sometimes, like an orchid. Orchids like the higher frequencies. The plants will also play according to its environment. Not only is this giving us an actual way to hear, the plant is, through the music, is going to let us know what's going on in the environment. I was at a plant medicine ceremony that my daughter and I were hosting, and we have the plants play music for the plant medicine ceremonies. Boulder was on fire, and that plant, who's been playing for years, played a solid note, da, for 4 solid hours. That's the only thing that plant played. After the ceremony was over, we realized there was ash all over the plant. She was connected to that, so that's why she wasn't playing this happy music that would make you feel good. It was a really sad monotone. In our plant medicine ceremonies, we sing a song: earth my body, water my blood, air my breath, fire my spirit. And the indigenous people have sung songs like that forever because they understood that we are one with each other. And so now we're starting to get back to that, and the environment, the energy on the planet is changing, allowing more people to be open and receptive and connected to Mother Nature.
So what is this plant's name?
So this is Bodhi.
So right now it seems like he's just playing some tones.
Yep.
When I came in, we could hear them playing all sorts of things.
Right.
So what is he trying to say right now?
Right now he's letting me do the talking and him just be in the background. So my interpretation of what he's doing right now, he's just like chilling, listening to the interview and what's going on, letting everybody know he's here.
So what is this plant?
This is a myrrh tree. I've got her disconnected, so we've got the grounding wire in the soil here,
okay.
And we're going to connect her leaf, and then, oh, there you go. This is myrrh.
She speaks. What do you want to say, Myrrh? So you've experienced these plants playing all different types of music based on what's happening.
Yes.
Have you started to communicate with them? Like, do you know what they're feeling?
I can tell by the music because I've been doing this for so long. The first research symposium I was at the ICEAM symposium. It stands for the International Society for this Study of Subtle Energy and Energy Medicine.
Wow, that's a long acronym.
I know, right? That's why it's just IC. My abstract is actually right here from that research. And then what we discovered that was really profound is we looked at the bloodstream before and after a plant music session. We used a dark field microscope to do that. And these top 2 pictures are looking at the white blood cells. These white blood cells, they're not even very white. They're kind of a tinted blue color, and they're rather small. But after one session, now they're like 2 to 3 times the size. So this is just a demonstration that shows us how it boosts the immune system because it has strengthened our white blood cells. This is very fascinating. We did some pain studies.
How are you measuring their pain?
Here you have the McGill Pain Questionnaire, which is used in science. And for this study, it was 8 weeks long. There's a consistent thing that happens with all of these charts. After 4 or 5 weeks, everybody's pain goes away. And all of them consistently show the same thing. After 4 weeks of listening to the plant music 1 hour a day, the pain levels are almost completely gone.
I'm curious how you've been received by mainstream science and research.
At the first symposium I went to, all those researchers were actually the very first ones to open their arms to me and welcome me to the family. People that are not part of that conference that are researchers, this is pseudoscience. And so for those people to accept or acknowledge what I'm discovering, that's where I need to do research with 30 people or more in one study. They don't believe in it.
What do you mean they don't believe in it? They don't believe that the music can affect our health and well-being?
There's 2 schools of thought among the mainstream researchers, and that is that this box isn't really picking up the electrical signals of the plant.
What do they think it's doing?
Well, they're not sure. There is a group of the old school scientists that are kind of sitting on the shelf waiting to see what happens. But the younger and the newer scientists have embraced me tremendously. Is it real? I believe it is. Why would I get the message that I got and be put on this journey if it wasn't real? Why would I get these test results if it wasn't real?
Why do you think that the music of the plants has the ability to reduce people's pain?
So one thing that the plant music does is activate the vagus nerve, which is responsible for our relaxed state. There's many ways to activate the vagus nerve, but the music activates it through the ears. We also believe that there's something that happens with the music going into the body. Music therapy, and lots of research has been done that show that different tones and different frequencies have different healing effects on the body.
Like sound healing.
Exactly.
You can feel it affecting your cells.
Yes.
When you are in an immersive sound healing experience.
Yes.
Teresa wanted me to experience this firsthand, the music of the plants combined with sound healing. So I laid down to absorb the melodies of the plants while Teresa and Henry played with them. The sounds were so soothing and enchanting that I couldn't help but fall into a deep, trance-like meditative state. I could have laid there for hours listening to the gorgeous sounds. Sound healing is really cool because the tones of the crystal bowls are so potent that you can actually feel the physical vibration through your entire body. Sound is just vibratory energy like everything else, and what we consume via sounds absolutely can impact our physical and mental well-being. I can see how listening to the music of the plants on a regular basis would really decrease my stress levels. I could lie here all day. I'm in such a trance. I started feeling my whole body was just vibrating. Wow.
As I was lying there in that deep state of relaxation, I was thinking, what if there was a music of the plants device, you know, like for CEOs of like oil and gas drilling companies or lumber companies?
Yeah.
You know, people were making decisions about what to do with the earth, and they felt how alive these plants are. I think it might affect them.
Yeah.
To say, I'm not going to, you know, destroy all these species in the rainforest.
Right. Yeah, it's a really important message. And it's become more important as I've connected deeper with the natural worlds. Like, it just awakens you and it awakens a remembering that is so unexplainable.
That's right.
And it's so deep and so resonant. Just go into nature alone and just be there and listen and take off your shoes and put your feet on the earth, and there's a completely different perspective that's able to come through. Yeah.
You feel it, I feel it. It can come through the video.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I really want to talk a little bit more about this experience at Damanhur in Boulder with the music of the plants, and essentially just give you guys my download on like what this is all about and what I think honestly about it. It's really interesting because I used to come into every single video and into the spiritual realm like so skeptical about everything. And if you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you will have seen that evolution. But I feel like the more experiences that I've had over the years, I've just opened up my mind so much because I've had such potent experiences with the spiritual realm. Like when I'm dead sober, I've already had these moments where I feel I've connected with nature in a really potent, powerful way, where I've had like a deep level of remembering that, you know, we come from earth, we come from the natural world. Plants are alive. They're always wanting to communicate with us. And, you know, the indigenous communities have been doing this for thousands of years. And so it's something that I kind of fundamentally understand. Now, this device that the Damanhur organization makes, this like music of the plants device, it's not the only one out there that exists. I've seen other ones, but I was really curious to dive deeper into it and kind of learn more about it. And I feel like I did gain an understanding of conceptually how it works. And I felt like the sounds that were coming from the device that allegedly were being channeled through the plants were so nourishing and so relaxing, and just like it just was one of those things that put my nervous system at ease. I do believe that there is a capacity to communicate with the plant worlds, and whether it's through a device like this or in other ways, I think there are a lot of ways to communicate with plants. One very prominent example is, you know, ayahuasca. How did these indigenous communities in the Amazon discover how to make and brew and harvest and create the ayahuasca medicine. They were told by the plant. Like, that's so crazy. Also to know that mycelium, the mushrooms, like a mycelium network, has its own method of communication with the entire ecosystem of that forest, and they're all talking to each other in a way that, you know, us humans, we just don't really understand that form of communication. They all have their own intelligence, so I think that the plants just do have their own way of communicating, and we can tap into it if we so desire. But I'm so curious to hear what you guys think about this video, so please let me know in the comments. Let me know what kind of questions you have or what insights came from this video. Alrighty, that is it for this episode of Skylight. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love you so much, and the adventure continues. Bye.
Why waste your time working 9 to 5? We're so young, baby. We're flying through the sky.